Mr. President, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to speak about the humanitarian consequences of the actions of the terrorist group called Islamic State, ISIL. I would like also to thank the rapporteur, Mr. Bokel, for his report on this important matter. As noted in the report, 1 year after the adoption of its last report on Syrian refugees, this Assembly is forced to note that the constant worsening of the situation is due mostly to the rise of the terrorist group known as Islamic State. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has reported that 4 million refugees have fled Syria and that the situation of some 7.5 million internally displaced persons is worsening. 76,000 people died because of this conflict in 2014, including 3,500 children. Following the terrorist group's expansion into Iraq in June 2014, Canada has been at the forefront of international efforts addressing the situation in Iraq and Syria, and will continue to cooperate with its partners and allies in responding to this humanitarian crisis. Canada is part of the global coalition to counter ISIL, which includes over 60 countries. Like most partner countries, Canada contributes to the coalition by providing military equipment and humanitarian supplies. But Canada is also part of a core group of partners that is contributing military support to forces combating the terrorist group. Canada's action to defeat the Islamic State is in line with the global coalition's 5 lines of effort, which are providing military support to our partners, working to stem the flow of foreign fighters, taking steps to stop financing and funding for the Islamic State, and addressing the humanitarian crisis in the region and undermining the Islamic State narrative. The global coalition partners have agreed that an unofficial 6th line of effort consists of ensuring the stabilization of Iraq. It is important to note that the humanitarian line of effort will continue to be coordinated by the United Nations with the total support of the global coalition. I would like to stress that Canada is one of the largest humanitarian donors to Iraq and has provided $67.4 million in humanitarian assistance funding for displaced Iraqis and an additional $9.5 million for Syrian refugees in Iraq. Also, in its efforts to ensure Iraq stabilization, Canada has set up a program for religious freedom and countering sexual violence, as well as programs related to security. Mr. Bokel's report calls on states to show solidarity and sense of responsibility in response to the situation in Iraq and Syria, as well as in other countries affected by the crisis. Canada has heard the call and is acting accordingly.